right at the lens. We're talking about Rockmill beers, specifically Bronte IPA, and what foods pair with IPAs in general. A lot of this also is probably not going to surprise most of you, but some things I think will. So, beef really pairs well with IPAs, especially steaks and prime rib. Anything with that red center. Oh, you pair it with a little bit of bitterness from the IPA. You pair it with the springy carbonation that's going to lift up those fats from the steaks, and it's going to punch that dish forward. It is going to make it so amazingly good. Roasted chicken. The herbs that you traditionally might use for a roasted chicken, the thyme, rosemary, garlic, it's all going to pair exceedingly well with Bronte IPA, and we're not going to limit ourselves to talking about Bronte, though this is a meal beer. It's definitely one that's intended to be paired with lots of different things. So, rosemary, garlic, thyme. I already mentioned that garlic is one of the attributes already in this beer. So, and again, don't be thrown off by that. That's a very common descriptor in modern IPAs right now. They have that aroma, especially ones that use Mosaic or an Australian hop called Nelson. Those two hops really throw forward the compound called dimethyl trisulfide, and that is going to give you that cooked onion, that garlic aroma when it's in beer. That's what it's going to throw off. Thyme, rosemary, those things pair great with the little bit of sweetness that is in the malt bill, with the caramelized malts that we use. Yeah, it's lovely. Roasted chicken. Yum. Smoked turkey. Now I say smoked turkey specifically because at Rockmill we have Backcountry Barbecue, and they make a amazingly, almost undescribable smoked turkey. It's my favorite thing that they make, and you can only get it here at Rockmill. So if you ever want one of the best pairings of beer and meats, smoked turkey, the smokiness and the butteriness of the turkey, and they include those traditional spices. Oh, so good, so good. It pairs perfectly with Bronte. Anything that has more of a caramelized skin, your steaks, your roasted chickens, you're going to get a little bit of caramelization in the outer layers of those meats. That's going to pair great with the caramelized malts that we use in this beer to give it its little bit of color, its little bit of balancing sweetness that's going to pair well with that bitterness. And the goal is to give you a holistic experience, not to punch you in the face with one thing. We want to create layers of complexities that are approachable to a lot of different people who like slightly different things or very specific things as well. And that's what we're about here. You want to make a sandwich, you want to make a cold cut sandwich. Oh my goodness. Cold meats, IPA. Woo! Cold meats, IPA. Sign me up. Give me that. Of course, Indian food. A lot of Indian dishes, traditional Indian dishes. The one that comes to mind, tikka masala, has a nice creamy base, and it's spicy, and it is layered, and it is delicious because it has those creamier elements in the dish. IPAs will, with the bitterness, be able to cut through the creaminess of the tikka masala and be able to balance that out. So that, again, talking about holistic experiences, you want the creaminess with the bitterness. You want the carbonation with the fats. You want the caramelization with caramelization. You want garlic with garlic. You want spices with spices. Oh my goodness, so many good things that you can do with IPAs when you're planning your meals, when you are deciding what to make for dinner, when you're deciding where to go for dinner. So many things to think about. Almost done talking about food. There's a lot to talk about food with IPAs, at least ingredient-wise. It's one of the more complex things that brewers make. We can get into some Cajun food. Cajun food goes really, really nicely with IPAs, especially since it is also spicy, it is also complex, it also uses a wide variety of spices and flavors and meats as well. Jambalaya comes to mind. Pork jambalaya, like sausage jambalaya, chicken jambalaya, shrimp jambalaya. Shrimp in particular pairs great with IPA, just as it does with lots of different beers. The spiciness of the jambalaya with the bitterness, paired with the bitterness of an IPA, is gonna, again, it's gonna create a great experience for you. It's gonna make you want to go from bite of food, sip of beer, bite of food, sip of beer. And it seems, with at least a couple of the things that I've talked about with Indian food and now with jambalaya, with these dishes that have multiple elements in them, you could have a bite of rice, sip of beer, a bite of your sausage that's in jambalaya, sip of beer, a bite of chicken that's been simmering in your tikka masala sauce for who knows how long, sip of beer. It's just fun. It's fun to think about what you're drinking and what you're eating, and make it more than just sustenance. Make it a fun experience. Make it something to talk about. Have a dinner party. Pair all these things with just one beer. Make 3 dishes, or better yet, make one dish and find all the beers that pair well with it. That'd be a lot easier. I would suggest doing that first. And if you're a crazy cook and you want to do, or if you want to have people over and everybody brings something different, try to pair with the beer. That'd be fun too. And mustard. Of course, mustard. You get anything with mustard on it. Burgers, pretzels, hot dogs, you name it. Mustard, IPA, definitely go to. I think that's all I have to say about food. That was quite a bit to say about food with IPAs. It's one of the more complex things that brewers make. You definitely have to think about a lot of attributes that go into it in order to create a good overall product. And that's something that we certainly strive for here at Rockmill, creating great overall experiences, great overall products, and a great time, a great place to experience it. I mean, look at it. Look at where we are. Lovely. Cheers. Because